edition of the Data Roundtable. I'm so sorry, I've got my days all mixed up. I've been away for 2 days. I had to cancel my streams because of my client coaching calls. So it's good to be back with you. I hope you're having a good weekend. For some of us here, it is the start of the weekend. For others, I know it's the second day of the weekend. So hope that you're doing well. Hope that you and your family are good and safe in your part of the world. I know that I get viewers from all over, so really thankful I get to spend some time with all of you. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's on your mind. This is the Data Roundtable where we have open discussion on anything that we'd like to do related to data. So let me know what's going on in your life as a data professional. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you progressing? Are you stalled out? What are you reading? What are you coding? I'm here for all of that. Just let me know how you're doing. Speaking of great supporters in the chat, we have Manoj. Manoj says, "Good morning, Sir Dennis. Greetings from Bangalore, India." Thanks so much for being here, Manoj. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Really hope the same for you out there in Bangalore. But yeah, glad to see you here, Manoj. Hope you're doing well. And by the way, I'm actually using a brand new microphone setup. So let me know if the audio sounds okay. I'm trying a brand new wireless microphone setup. I usually use a wired microphone. I just as a personal preference. But I am trying a new microphone today. So Manoj, if you want to give me some feedback on that, I'd appreciate it. The system over here looks like it's recording just fine, but let me know. Manoj says, yes, sounds perfect. Okay, thank you so much for that, Manoj. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what you're up to. What are you reading? What are you trying? What are some of the good AI tools you've used? What are some of the not so great AI tools you've used? Would love to hear. I'm here for all of that. I'm also here to just kind of hold space and see what people want to talk about. For my weekend, I'm gonna do my streaming and then I'm gonna do my swimming. I have not done my swimming the last 2 days. I've been lazy, lazy, lazy. Lazy these past 2 days, so I need to get my act together. I need to get back into my swimming routine. But otherwise, it's gonna be a great week coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, Casual economist coming in strong. Casual economist says Mike sounds good, makeup looks good too. That's funny. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, I am wearing a different shirt, and I think these shirts definitely make my tan look a little bit stronger than what it should be or what it is. But thank you for that. But yeah, glad to hear that the microphone is doing well. I finally gave in and bought one of these little DJI microphones. Obviously they're very popular. And I prefer to do wired, but I am going to be doing some interviews coming up where the two microphones are definitely a little bit more preferable. So I am doing that. Okay, Manoj says, I'm doing good, hitting the gym, tuning everything a little bit. Nice. Nice, I love it. Manoj, I know that you're an active guy, so if you're hitting the gym, that means you're doing extra work. So good for you, my friend. Glad that you're doing well. Yeah, I'm trying, Manoj. I'm trying to catch up to you. I'm doing my swimming as much as possible. I'm also lifting some weights. Just trying to get into conference shape, guys. As silly as that sounds, guys, I'm really motivated to do well at these conferences. When you go to these conferences, you're talking to so many people, you're on your feet, you're back and forth, you're here, you're there. You got to be in shape to go to conferences. So yeah, um, glad that you're hitting the gym there, Manoj. Casual Economist says, I'm too out of shape to hit the gym. I work out at home. Okay, okay. Well, Casual Economist, I know you said you like to walk, so that doesn't require a gym. That just requires a decent pair of shoes. So yeah, as long as you're doing something, my friend, right? You got to be doing something. Not doing anything is the worst thing you can do. So, it's good that we can get together and talk about stuff like this because we should try to be accountable, as men and as people trying to just kind of, have a clear mind to make good decisions, right? Because exercise helps you to think things out and come up with new ideas for your work and all that. I know that I like the pool with the swimming because, um, it's kind of a quiet exercise, right? And, it's not a group exercise. You're out there by yourself. you can't talk during it. So you kind of just sit there and think while you're doing all your strokes and stuff, right? So yeah. Casual Economist says, plus it's all ruined by Chick-fil-A break. No, no, don't tempt me, Casual Economist. I'm doing good on my eating too. So there will be no talk of the Chick-fil-A breakfast in my chat today. Yeah, it's so delicious, so delicious. But yeah, no, I've been good on my eating. I have been basically zero carb. The only carbs I take in are like, if like my salad has like an apple dices or apple chunks in it, I don't freak out about that. But otherwise, I'm doing really really well on the low carb approach right now. So don't tempt me, casual economists. Do not tempt me. But yeah, I'm just really happy to be here with you guys, sharing the weekend. So what about other projects, guys? Manoj, I know that you and I have had some dialogue about a project you want to do. So happy to support you in that. But what else are we doing? You know what I was having a brief discussion this morning about some AI tools that I've been using. 4186, 4186, nice to have you here. I think it's your first time. They say, good to know. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. This is the Data Roundtable. You can go ahead and contribute anything you'd like. This is an open discussion, no agenda. So feel free to introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and glad you're here. Manoj says, chopping wood every day, learning how to make bridges between business and data science. Yeah, I love it, Manoj. I love it. Yeah, I've definitely been using that term more and more. I'm just chopping wood all day, guys. Sometimes, some of you know that I follow Alex Hermosi. I think he gives a lot of decent business advice. And he talks about how a lot of businesses die because people are unwilling to just continue doing the boring stuff day in and day out every single day. And I sometimes struggle with that. So that's why I tell people I'm just chopping wood all day. It's something good's gonna come of it, right? But yeah, so keep at it, Manoj. You got to do that sometimes. Just got to keep on doing what you can, repeating the steps that you think are the best for you in your career and things like that. But you got to keep going. Yeah. But yeah, I've been doing my live streams every single day. Sometimes, the streams go well. Sometimes they don't go so well, but you got to keep going. You're going to keep going. Casual Economist says the boring stuff really matters. Absolutely, Casual Economist. Absolutely. It doesn't seem that way, right? But it really does. It really matters. It adds up. It's consistency. And I'm kind of proud of myself for this whole streaming and data science instruction I do because it's been one of the most consistent things that I've ever stuck to in my entire life, right? I'm going at this for 18 months now. So yeah, the consistency matters. You gotta get out there. You gotta practice consistency. You gotta just keep at it, guys. You gotta keep at it. But yeah, I like the way you put that, casual economist. The boring stuff does indeed matter. It doesn't seem that way, but it's definitely true, guys. Definitely true. Yeah. Yeah, so speaking of the boring stuff, I was having a brief conversation this morning. I don't know if you guys are users of Notion, but I did not like it initially as a tool, but I've slowly started to adopt it more and more in my daily management. And I got to tell you guys, one of my favorite AI tools is probably the AI engine or AI usage within Notion. Notion is really good with the AI integration. I don't know if you guys use it, let me know, or maybe there's another competing product out there. But I have been really impressed recently by Notion as a tool overall because it's a very flexible tool, right? It's designed to be flexible. But also, just like the AI and the way they implement it in Notion, they're on the right track. And somebody else had mentioned that as a reply to me in some messaging. And yeah, I had to agree because Notion as an AI tool, well, even without the AI, it's a good tool. But Notion with AI, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. They've implemented it well. They've implemented it very well. So yeah, I've been using that quite a bit recently. And if you guys want to talk about whatever AI tools you've been using, but that's a tool that has really impressed me. And by the way, you guys know that I'm not quick to endorse tools, right? I'm not quick to jump on trends. I'm not quick to say, oh, that's going to be the next big great thing or whatever. That's not my style, right? But Notion with AI, yeah, I like it. It does a lot of the things that save me a lot of time, right? And that's really kind of what I'm looking for. And I think it's what we should all be looking for. But when it comes to AI tools, I'm really happy with the time that it saves me. So yeah, let me know what else you guys got going on. What else are you doing this weekend? I This is a weekend that I need to kind of figure out a couple more things because next weekend I am gone. I am going to. I was just about to say I'm on vacation because it does feel like it's a vacation. I'm on vacation because I get to go to a conference next week. I leave Sunday, so yeah. This is my last week at home, and then I'm gonna be gone, and it's gonna be a really good time. Casual Economist says, I need to figure out AI tools I actually like. Yeah, well, you got to get on that, Casual Economist. Um, there's so many, you know, you could make the argument that a lot of the existing tools out there, like the ones that have been released in the past couple of years, have all been like business tools, right? But recently, there's a lot more of the like consumer-oriented ones, right? I mean, Google Gemini is increasingly more consumer-facing. Microsoft Copilot, same thing. OpenAI now has an entire browser for you, right? Um, Gemini is also integrated into the latest versions of Chrome. Copilot is integrated into Outlook and Office and other tools you might use, right? So yeah, casual economists, you gotta get ahead of that and start figuring out what you like and um, you know what you're actually going to use in the future, right? But yeah, plenty of consumer tools that are out there, and it's also not just what you like, casual economists, but how you're going to use them. Are you going to use them for automation? Are you going to use them to save you time? Are you going to use them for monitoring or summaries or whatever, right? Casual economist says, I like pen and paper. Yeah, me too. Me too. But some of the AI tools make it so convenient, right? It's so convenient. Like with Notion, I use it to manage all my client notes and all my call notes. So it's so convenient to do a call, get a summary, and then be able to say, Notion, take this summary and save it in my database as, as a call with a particular client or a particular vendor. It's really easy to do that, right? And I can prompt that instead of doing it myself. And I just love that type of convenience. Love it. So yeah, it all depends on how you use it, but I love that convenience of saving me time like that. But you got to figure out how it's going to fit into your life, casual economist. It doesn't have to replace your pen and paper, right? It just has to kind of like augment your life a little bit, right? Just add little positive touches to your life, and that's still a win, right? So 7130 is, I think it's Muhammad. Muhammad, welcome. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. I think it's your first time, so welcome. Muhammad says, your classes for ISLR neural networks were great. Many thanks. Such quality work. Oh man, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? So Muhammad is obviously referring to my Sunday series. I teach the ISL book, and I also did a series on neural networks. Guys, I'm proud of both of those. But with the neural networks one, that's been some of the best content I've ever done, especially the last few weeks when I was really like in a rhythm. Yeah, so I'm really glad you guys enjoy them, and like I said, I'll bring back the Sunday series. But you guys only give me feedback like that. You guys only enjoy it like that because um, I let them be organically inspired, right? I let them just kind of like come up on their own. So I appreciate that feedback, Muhammad. Really appreciate that. Yeah, and please keep watching that because that's part of my legacy, you know, that I'm building here. Um, but yeah, we'll get back to the Sunday series. I'm almost positive I want to do one on reinforcement learning because so many people think that reinforcement learning is a new technology when it is not. It is not a new technology, guys. Far from it. So yeah, um, we're definitely going to do something. And also, the timing is going to be hard because November is going to be difficult because I have a lot of conference stuff coming up. December maybe, but then January I have CES, and I'm definitely going to go that. So we'll see. I think it'll be sometime in the new year, maybe February, maybe, maybe. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Casual Economist says, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, Casual Economist, are you a Notion user at all? Because Notion is a pretty good replacement for pen and paper as far as just organizing notes and things like that, right? And then everything you do becomes context for the Notion AI engine. So then you can go back and you can ask for summaries of your own notes or for better organization or what's a to-do list based on the last entry that I did, like so on and so forth, right? So yeah, I mean, if you like pen and paper and you can get used to Notion, then you can use the AI for Notion to help you manage things in a variety of different ways. So yeah, I'm starting to sound like a commercial for Notion, and I definitely try to avoid that. But it is one of the better AI tools that I've used this year. And I actually paid for the AI version because I liked the integrations that it was giving me. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna switch over to Instagram. Thanks so much for being here. Feel free to join me over on Instagram. Actually, before I do that, I do want to screenshot Muhammad's testimony. Guys, I think I lost connection there. Let me let me screenshot that one more time. All right, guys. So meet me over on Instagram. But until then, please take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will see you guys tomorrow.